Hi guys, this is MabiWild, and today, for episode 3, we will be talking about the alligators of Mabinogi. If you've always wanted to know more about the wildlife in Mabinogi, this is the series for you. Let's get into the episode. Our first question to ask is, what do the alligators look like? There were only 3 variants of alligators to exist within Mabinogi at this time, but each of them have very big differences in appearance. The 2 we're beginning with were both released with the region of Korkul on July 16th, 2009. Found in the swamps of Pantay is the original Alligator. We also have the much larger and menacing raid boss, the giant Alligator. Much later on from the release of the first 2 alligators, we were given the ironic variant, the poison Alligator. This was released on January 16th, 2020, and is ironic due to it not actually having the ability to poison you. Now that we've taken a good look at these dinosaurs, we're going to get on to our next question. Where can you find the alligators? Time for a quick road trip. So here we are at Pantay Swamp, and we have the original Alligator. He's kind of in a little weird position right now. He's on the edge. He's within the walls of the game, but you know, he's chilling. For the giant alligator, we are actually going to have to take the raft here. I will show you guys. You just kind of have to go to the right on, I think it's the first right that you can take, and you'll fall down the waterfall, the Urki Falls. So as you can see, we are coming to our first right turn, so make sure that you have it on full blast to the right. And down the falls we go. Don't worry, we will survive. So once we get down from the falls, as you can see, there's this huge open area here that we can go into. And it's right in the middle here that the giant alligator spawns. Although right now at this time it is not spawned, but it does spawn around the times of 3 to 3:30 p.m. and 6 to 6:30 p.m. PST time. So I have arrived at the Decaying Swamp Moongate here. It's in the Tory Ravine, and right over here you can already see there is a poison alligator. So this is where they're found. They're really cool looking. They're kind of like a mossy stump. So what purpose does the alligator fulfill? They happen to have a very simple purpose of just being an opponent. The giant alligator, on the other hand, has much less of a simple purpose. At this point in time, it is one of the only raid bosses to drop what would be considered old school items. Some examples of the items being the koi quiltware and goggle cap. We also can't forget that it's given many players the fight of their life, especially after accidentally or purposely crashing their rafts down the falls. If this boss ever receives an update, it will be amazing to see what the outcome of defeating it will be. Following the purpose of the alligator, we must also go into our next question. What reputation does the alligator have? Similarly to their real-life counterparts, the alligator tends to spend its time basking near swamps and minding its own business. Of course, this also means that if you decide to get too close, you may end up getting chomped. Then again, they could also just be hungry for some fresh meat. Players and their pet partners are a regular target for these creatures, and depending on how strong you are, it may be a good idea to stay a good distance away. Let's ask some players in the community what they think about the alligators. What do you think about the alligators? Let me know in the comments. Next we'll ask, are the alligators domesticated? This is going to be a short and sweet answer. Unfortunately, we don't have any alligator pets at this time within Mabinogi. However, I'd like to show off the cutest and closest we have towards one. This is my teeny tiny finny alligator. I'm absolutely obsessed with how small they are, and they just run so fast if you have them run. Like if they're just following you, it's so adorable. Last, something we'd like to find out about our alligators. Are there any accessories? I wish there were more accessories than there currently are in the game. However, it's a treat still to know that we do have some. In fact, it's a duo. The fashion items we have related to alligators are the plushy alligator headband and the plushy alligator tail. Since there are so little items related to the creature, I would love to hear what ideas you might have in the case that more are released. Maybe we could get some claws or some webbed feet? So before we end the episode, I would love to give you guys a quick tip on how to tell the difference between an alligator and a crocodile. Alligators have a more rounded and wide mouth or snout, while crocodiles have their mouth or snout go into a sharp point, like a V-shape. Think of it like lances in Mabinogi, how they go from like thicker near the top to like thin near the bottom. I'm sure you guys get what I mean. Adding to this, I do wonder if crocodiles will ever join the alligators in the world of Mabinogi. It would be really cool to see. That's all we have for this episode of MabiWild. If there was any incorrect information given at any point, feel free to let me know in the comments. I'd also like to make sure to thank the Mabinogi World Wiki for providing us with a large chunk of the game's trivia and history. Take care, everyone.